When it comes to this thing called life, the deepest question to me has always been, are other people real? This should be the question that every conscious being should be asking themselves. It's the question that you must be asking yourself every day when you wake up. You wake up from a dream and you're like, oh, so it was just a dream, meaning that the people that I was interacting with ain't even real. Is this real? What are my dreams trying to tell me here? How is it that I find myself in a world that I'm the only one who is real and I think everyone is real? Until I wake up and be like, I was the only one who was real. Could this also be a dream? And if it is a dream, am I the dreamer? And if I'm the dreamer, am I the only one who is experiencing the dream? The evidence for life being a dream is overwhelming. I think everything tells us that life is actually a dream. I remember when I first started thinking this could be a dream, I started feeling more free. Like I've got an answer to one of life's biggest questions. Is this real? It's actually a dream. The evidence for this being a dream is overwhelming. What do you guys call this thing? We eat where I leave this thing, so me eat it. I hope it's not poison. Things happen. Yeah, I'm at home now. I hope it is what I think it is, because things happen in this room, bro. Next thing I'll be trending. Be like, yo, there's a YouTuber who died because he ate some poisonous fruit, whatever these things are called. Oh. Yeah, it is that thing. It has rained a lot. And it's their season. I've been inside them in a while because last year I was not home. Around this time I was not home. We might find plenty somewhere. It's scary. I'm the only one here. A lion can show up out of nowhere. Just kidding, there are no lions here. I was having a conversation with someone from America, and they asked me, yo man, you used to record videos walking alone in the woods. Didn't you think that maybe you might get attacked by a wild animal? I was like, how do you think South Africa is like? Do you think that the wild animals, like, it's not like other like South Africa is not like other countries, really, man. You can't just get attacked by a wild bear. Like, you're safe. You're actually safe. Like, it's rare for a person to be attacked by a wild animal. Like, very rare. Like, super rare. Even to get attacked by a snake, that is rare. Like, people are dying every day, but you never hear that, oh, someone got killed by a snake. Someone got killed by a wild animal. Someone got killed by a dog. It's rare. Alright? So that's the least of my concerns. Could this be a dream? The evidence is all around us, man. The problem is that we're believing the story. That's what I keep on telling you guys, that you believe this story. What is this thing called? This thing. I don't know what it's called in English. This thing. What is it called? There must be a tree of these things. Wait. It's not the thing that I'm looking for. It's not. I like the footage coming out of this phone. I hope the stabilization is good. Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie Inception said, he was explaining to this other girl, was like, you know, when you're dreaming, you don't remember how the dream started. How did we get here? He was sitting with this chick. They were having lunch together outside of this restaurant. And he asked her, how did we get here? So he started by telling her that, no, when you're dreaming, you don't remember the beginning of the dream. So tell me, how did we get here? And she realized that she's dreaming. How did you get here? How did you start existing? Huh? You might say, I was born and I was a baby, so I wasn't asking myself questions, but you still should have been able to remember the first time you became conscious, because this is too damn strange, bro. If this was your first time to be conscious, to be alive, you should be able to remember, right? You don't remember because it's a dream. You're dreaming. So the question is this a collective dream? And is there such thing as a collective dream? Or you are really the only dreamer? You are really the only one who's having this dream? Benedictine is just your projection. He doesn't exist. He doesn't have his own thoughts. He's just telling you something that might be something that you already know, or something that is hidden within your subconscious. Is this real? The question is more important than people realize, bro. It should be the biggest question, bro. And no one should make you feel crazy. Like, if you're a solipsist or someone who thinks that solipsism might be true, don't ever feel like you're crazy. Like, you should question other people's existence because you dream. I mean, if your own dreams fool you, is there not a chance that you are being fooled here? Is there no chance? Like, there's zero chances. Like, this is real. Like, every time when you're dreaming, you're like, this is real, and then you wake up and you're like, oh. Guys, what are these called? What are these called? They're beautiful. What are these called? Please tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments, what are these called? Like, for real, tell me in the comments. You don't know how you came into existence, why you exist. It's the same with dreams. No one is going to tell you why you are dreaming. You know? No one tells you anything, really. No explanation whatsoever. You're just experiencing the dream. You're just experiencing the dream. What if this too is just a dream? And you're the only one in it. What will that even mean? And how would you live your life if that was the truth? If life was a dream and you were the only one who was dreaming, like, how would you live your life? What would you do if you discover that none of this is real, but not only is nothing real, you are actually the only one who's conscious? That will mean that every person that you think is real isn't. You see, this goes beyond NPC theories, right? Like, now everyone is not real. It's not just some people. Like, even those that you think are the most conscious, they're not even real. They're your projections. You're dreaming everything. You're dreaming that there are some people who are NPCs, who don't think. And there are people who are conscious, highly conscious, who can think, that you can learn from. But the final truth is that none of them are real. It's all a dream. You're just dreaming that there are people who are not very smart and there are people who are very smart. And that can happen in your dreams. You can have a dream where there are characters that you are learning a lot from, and there's some characters that you can't really learn anything from. They are too damn unconscious. It happens. Is this real? How would you live your life if one day you discovered that you were the only one in it? How would you live your life? Like, one day you discover that, no, man, there are no other people, for real. Like, it's always been me. Like, doesn't it feel weird to you that you're conscious? Do you genuinely feel like there's technology that can be used to create consciousness? How will that work? Consciousness can be created. Do you think consciousness can be created? Or consciousness creates everything? I don't believe that consciousness can be created. And if it can, it's impossible to create it by accident. A lot of water, bro. Lot of water. Now I'm fat. Can't be taking risk right now. I'm too fat. I don't think I can balance as well as I used to. Because I used to pass here all the time. Ooh, this tree is a big. I laugh when people say solipsism is ridiculous, or if they say a person who is a solipsist is selfish or is a narcissist. I'm like, we don't know what the heck is going on, so you leave no stone unturned here. If it's possible that you might be the only one here, then you leave no stone unturned. And all the evidence really points to solipsism being true. That's the thing. That is why I make videos about solipsism. Is that all the evidence points to solipsism being true. I'm not saying there's only one mind and one person or one soul, whatever that exists. I'm saying all the evidence points to that being true. That's what I'm saying, right? That if I had to take a leap of faith, if I was in a situation where, like, I'm being asked, yo, what is the final truth? I would say it's solipsism. Like, that is the final truth. That is what I believe to be the final truth, because based on what I know so far, that's what really makes sense. That there are no other beings. It's just one mind. That's it. That's dreaming up everything. Because consciousness cannot be created. It can't happen by accident that consciousness is created. Right? But what I do know is that consciousness can create everything by accident. It can. It can dream up nonsense, bro. It can dream up anything. It can dream of unicorns, an elephant with no eyes, an elephant with 10 tails. It can. Consciousness can make things up. You know, that's what consciousness does. It can make things up. But consciousness cannot be created by random events. It doesn't happen. And I ask people this question, yo, man, if you believe in materialism, you don't believe in idealism, what was the first thing that started to exist? Because that would mean that time itself is real. So there must be, in the beginning, in fact, there was no beginning. So there was nothingness. And then somehow, something came into existence. How? It makes more sense to think, no, there was, and there's always been consciousness. And consciousness, as it evolved, it was able to dream. The same way that if you try to fall asleep, you will start to kind of like dream, but your dreams ain't gonna be that vivid. But when you fall into deep sleep, then that's when you are going to like have these vivid dreams, like dreams that are indistinguishable from reality, from what you call reality. Right? You don't just start to. So I think that's how consciousness evolved. Like in the beginning, it was trying to imagine things, but it knew it was imagining these things, right? But then it fell deep into that to its own hallucinations, that now it doesn't know that it's just hallucinations, you know? The same way that you fall deep into your dreams, that you don't know that it's your dream, you know? But when you are about to start dreaming, you kind of know. You know what I'm saying? When you're just thinking about stuff, you kind of know on some level that, oh, it's just a dream. It's not even real. But once you start dreaming for real, then you don't know. And I think that's what happened, you know? And so you're experiencing this nonsense. So I think you are the only one here. I think all the evidence that you have so far points to that being the final truth. But somehow you don't want to believe that, and I don't blame you. I mean, that's crazy, bro. Like, you're the only one here. Like, that is crazy. You're like, why am I suffering then? If I'm God, in fact, listen, if I'm the only one here, I'm better than God. Like, way better. Because if God is real and everyone exists, they're conscious, right? But if I'm the only one here, it means, listen, it means I'm God on another level. Like, I'm the only one who exists, bro. That is crazy. It's not like, okay, I'm a God, I control everything, I created everything, but other people have their own minds, meaning they can, they want to be like me. They have their own needs, they have their own. No, I'm the only one who's real. I don't want to disturb them. I hope I don't scare them. They say that this one is getting lost. Ish. Go back. Yeah, it went back. Some of them are left behind. It's life. I hope they're able to make it. Can I? Will I be disturbing things if I hold it and put it? But I feel like I'm gonna injure it if I hold it. They're moving slowly. It's gonna be hard for them to catch up, these two. It's gonna be hard for them to catch up, yo. Like they're trying. Because look at the rest. See, the rest are there. And then they are here. Is this how aliens be observing us and be like, should we intervene or let Benedictine struggle trying to figure out what reality is? They'll be watching me and be like, now you think he's the only one that exists, and they'll be laughing. But like, yo, man, you can't believe this shit. Now he thinks he's the only conscious being in the universe. No, this is wrong, man. Like, they're left behind, yo. Let me see if I can do this. No, I think I'm gonna... Nah, it can't work. I think I'm gonna injure them. They're left behind. Hopefully they catch on, even in this world. Some people are born in poverty, while some people are billionaires, and sometimes it does happen that you change your life, you know what I'm saying? That mean, shoot, injured my leg again. I stepped wrong. So these are the first two. How are they even moving? Like the way they're moving is like they don't even know where they're going, or they're scared of me. Am I the only one who's messing? Am I the one who's messing things up here? Can they even see? It's universe. Whatever, let me leave them alone. Hopefully they find whatever they're looking for. All the evidence points to solipsism being true. You feel like they have their own consciousness. And what you must realize... Oh, maybe they're coming here. Yeah. Because there's a hole. A hole that's big enough for them. Hopefully they're coming here. There's many holes here. Listen, if you believe solipsism is true, don't ever feel ashamed, Be like, yeah, it's too crazy. Like, no. It's a valid way to think. Like, what are you supposed to think here? Are you supposed to be like, everyone is real, and that's it? Even that, it's a stretch when you think about it. So what I'll say to you is that go with what makes the most sense, right? Like when you think deeply, not what you wish was true. You don't think solipsism is true because you wish it's true. Some mushrooms. I wonder what they're called. But I don't think they're edible. I do not think they're edible, these ones. Yesterday I had to drive from Johannesburg. I had to drive for like 500 kilometers. Drove for like 8 hours. First time driving from Johannesburg to home. Weird experience. But I got home safely. There were no problems at all. You know, I didn't grow up like my mother and father didn't have good jobs, so they couldn't afford a car. So I didn't have a car. Like I never drove a car, except when I was trying to get my license. That was the only time I drove a car, and I got my license in 2018. And after 2018, I never drove again until I bought my own car. So I started to learn how to drive for real with my own car. But at least it's an automatic. It's a very nice car, man. It saves petrol. A very, very nice car. Like it's a 2025 model Suzuki GL Plus. I mean, not 2024, 2025. Yeah, it's GL Plus automatic 2025. Like it's a beautiful car. Gray, like but it's dark gray. I'll say it's dark gray. So yeah, I mean, it was a beautiful ride back home. But I was like, we're in the Matrix. You can't know what's gonna happen, you know. So yeah, man. Things are not always horrible, but I would say if I'm right that solipsism is true, you are not having the best dream you can have. Something about it is off. That is why weird things be happening. And if you're scared, you have every right to be scared. It's scary. Like too many weird things be happening. Like why would we not be scared? Why would we not expect the worst sometimes? Yes, we hope for the best. Yes, we want things to work out. Everyone wants things to work out. No one wants to be suffering, bro. We don't want to suffer. We want life to make sense. We want this dream to make sense. Or you want this dream to make sense. Like more accurately, I would say you want this dream to make sense. I think you are the dreamer of reality. And somehow you got lost. I wouldn't say you want to dream and not realize you're dreaming. It was not intentional. It's more like, ever got lost in your own thoughts? Like you just start thinking and you forget everything, bro. I've been in situations where I started thinking so deeply that I would almost talk to myself. Like I would almost say something, not almost, I would say something out loud. Like I'm thinking so deeply that it's just real. You know what I'm saying? Like now there's no difference between thought and reality now. Like it's real. So it wasn't intentional. I just got lost in my own thoughts. So I think that's what happened. You got lost in your own dream, and you're sure it's real because it seems real, right? But it's not. I believe fully, not fully, but almost fully, that when you die, you're gonna wake up. I'm not saying you must die. I'm saying try to wake up while you're still here. But I believe that the end is you waking up, just like waking up in a dream. Literally. Like you're gonna wake up somewhere and be like, oh, so I was dreaming up the whole thing. How did I not realize that? I mean, there was some dream characters, Benedictine, man, he tried to tell me, but somehow it didn't click. Somehow I'm trying to debate with this guy. He's telling me it's a dream, but I try to debate with him. But he was right. It's a dream. Damn. But you want to know what's crazy? You'll probably still be dreaming. So you think that, oh, I woke up in the real world and things are going to be much more vivid, right? Like much more vivid. Things are going to make more sense than they do now. But still, it will just be a dream. I'll say to you that when you've truly woken up, you'll know everything. That you'll understand everything. Think about it. Why don't you understand anything? It's because you're dreaming. That's it. That's the only reason why you don't understand what the heck is going on. Is because you're dreaming. Dreams don't make sense. Right? You're trying to make this make sense, but none of it does. It's a dream. It's not going to make sense. You're trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. Something that is not real. So we'll never have answers. You know, you think, hey, maybe we'll come from monkeys. But then you keep on digging and never find the final truth. You're like, ish, it's a simulation. You keep on digging, but you never find the final truth. You're like, ish, I was created by God. You keep digging, but you never find. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does God come from? And you keep on going back. You're like, yeah, maybe there's another God that created God, but who created that God? It's only after you've fully woken up that all your questions should be answered. I'm not talking about when you die, all your questions will be answered. You're probably going to find yourself in another dream and you'll still have questions. So until you are able to answer every question about existence, then you have not fully woken up. When you're fully woken up, you must know what this is. Like, you know too little to think this is real. To think this is the real world. You know too little. In fact, you probably know nothing, because what do you really know? You know, what is, now the wind is blowing. What the heck is the wind? Huh? What is that? Like, oh, this is grass. What the heck does it come from? Why is it here? Like, there's so much that we don't know, bro. People who have been watching my videos long enough, they know this place. I thought they'll be done with that place. Like, not much has changed. Not much has changed. Because I was here in July. August, September, October, the end of November, I came back and nothing changed. Except home. I want to show you home, guys. I want to show you where I live. It's like they build a beautiful, like these guys build a beautiful house, you know. I had a problem with them in the beginning, but the ones who were not doing their job right, because they will go and drink, ask for money just to drink, even if they've not worked. Yeah, those ones did mess up. But the ones who were working well, because I was asking my mom, yo, who's working the way that they should be working, and they told me. So I was like, no, make sure you don't fire those ones. I'll come and see them and we'll have a conversation, but I'll show you guys where I live. It's actually This is actually a nice like area when you think about like there's many trees. It's green everywhere. It rained this year. Like in South Africa, this year it rained, bro. There are some years when it doesn't actually rain. Like you look around you, you don't see anything green. Like this year it has actually rained more than any other year recently. Like it rained. Oh, I shouldn't show people where I live. Isn't it dangerous to show people where you live? Some people are your haters, bro. They feel like you're attacking them personally. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're speaking the truth, they look at you and feel like there are some friends that I've got. You get what I'm saying? Like there are some people who's like make you paranoid sometimes, because of the things they say. You're like, you know what? I don't want unnecessary drama. This matrix is already difficult enough. I ain't trying to suffer more. This matrix already does not make sense. Like, why do I gotta suffer more? Why should they be extra suffering? Like, why should they be extra suffering? But yeah, man, solipsism makes a lot of sense. I've had dreams where I would talk to the dream characters and tell them that what we're experiencing is not real, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's real! Like you're crazy. How can you say this is not real? Obviously, this is real." And I'll be like, "It's not." They'll be like, "No, it's real. Obviously, it's real." You know. Would debate, go back and forth, and I wake up and I'll be like, "Why? Listen, these my projections, right? Why are they lying to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they lying to me? I've figured out that I'm dreaming and I'm talking to them and I want their validation. I want them to say, you figured it out. Congratulations." No, they be trying their best to convince me that it's real, and I'll be stubborn enough. I'll be like, "It's not. There's no way this is real." And I will try to explain them to them in so many different ways. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? The same way that I'm doing here. And then I wake up and be like, then why? Why were we debating with this? There were my projections and I was debating with them about what's real and what's not. What I deal with in my dreams is what I deal with here. I've had a lot of weird dreams. So, in my language, we call this thing shituka. Shituka. Sometimes snakes enter here. So there's this small, I don't know if you should call them insects. I don't even know what to call them. They're red. They're the ones that build these things. We used to eat them. In fact, people here where I live, they eat them. When they build it and it becomes bigger, it's gonna be like that size. Let me show you that thing. In fact, bigger. Yeah, it's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be way bigger. So what they do is they use grass to like those things bite, right? So they use grass. Sometimes they will, if they get bitten and they start to bleed, they'll use the same blood to attract those things. So those things will bite on the grass and then they take them out. And yeah, they'll cook them and eat them. We call them majenje in my home language. We call them majenje. We also will eat locust. You know locust. I don't know if in other countries they eat locust, but in South Africa, people eat locust, bro. Like when we were young, we'll go out and look for locust. You know what we'll do? It's so funny. Is that I don't. Oh, there is locust. You know, I see them flying here. But kids these days they don't search for them. But you know what we'll do? We'll do this, right? So you get this and you look for locusts like this. We call it kubatatinji, like this. When they're hiding, I'll be looking crazy doing this. So when they're hiding, they'll fly, and then you see where it lands, and then when you find it, you do this. You hit, and you kill it, and you take it, put it in your small plastic. You go back home with like 50, 60 of these things, and we will cook them. They were nice. It shows you how brutal this dream can be. It's like, why am I dreaming up that nonsense? Even birds. We eat, you know the bird that's making sound? Where is it? We'll make sure we hit them with stones. Cook them and eat them. We ate everything, bro. Everything points to solipsism being the final truth. And I will not judge you for feeling like you might really be the only one who's conscious, and I don't think anyone should judge you. No one told us what this is, so it's up to us to try to figure out what is going on. And when we think deeply enough, that's what truly makes sense. You know, I don't mind having debates with other people about solipsism, even if it sounds like I'm contradicting myself. I'll be like, why? You'll be like, why are you saying other people if you think there's only one mind, like there's only one Kuzu? How can they be other people? I can answer that. I can tell you that that's just language, bro. That's how I'm supposed to talk. Even in your own dreams, you don't always have to, even if you became lucid, you don't always have to talk as if other beings don't exist. They're there. You see them. They exist on some level. Yes, they might not be conscious, but on some level they do exist because you can see them. So solipsism is not about wanting to be better than others. It's not about pride. It's not about narcissism, selfishness. It's about questioning reality. I don't know any person who is a solipsist who is a narcissist, like who has done some narcissistic shit. You know, it's people who are trying to question reality, and it's something that you must do. You know, you're here, bro. You're having this experience. Shouldn't you be asking questions? And shouldn't you go with what makes the most sense to you? You know, you're trying to understand what is really going on. And if something makes sense, it makes sense. No matter how crazy it may seem to others. You know, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Yeah, it might sound like I should be in a psych ward, but it's what makes sense, you know? I've tried many times to I've tried like many times to debunk solipsism, you know. But it's what makes sense. Like I tried. Like yeah, but it can't possibly be true. And I'll come up with reasons and I'll be like, nah, these reasons don't really make a lot of sense. Like this really might be the final truth. Yes, I might have reasons not to believe that it's true, but when I question those reasons, I become more and more convinced that solipsism is really the final truth. Look at how beautiful. The more I ask questions, the more it feels right to believe that this might really be the final truth. Solipsism isn't about narcissism, it's about truth seeking. It's about realizing what the heck is going on, and it's important. We don't just want to have this experience that we don't understand. If I'm the final truth, if I'm the only one who's conscious, then that's it. I must know that, and I must know that while I'm still here. You don't always want to like know that you're dreaming after you've woken up and be surprised that it was just a dream. You shouldn't be surprised anymore. You should wake up and be like, yeah, I knew it was a dream. But even in those dreams where I knew I was dreaming, I would be surprised. Like I'll be surprised that I was right. That's how convincing dreams are. Like you find yourself debating with dream characters, telling them that it's a dream, and they don't believe you, they don't agree with you. And you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I was right. Why did they not agree with me? Like, why didn't they not clap hands for me because I was right? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't why did they not are these mushrooms? No, it's not mushrooms. I thought it was mushrooms. It's not. Yeah, why ain't they clapping hands for me? I figured it out. They should be impressed. But no, they double down until you wake up. And be like, yeah, I was right. And you become more and more convinced that this too is a dream. Because it's very similar to the experience that you are having. So you're like, yeah, this too must be a dream. Yeah, for it to be like this, yeah, it really rained. And this water, you know, we used to drink this kind of water. And it looks like clean water. Sick. They survived a lot. We used to swim in their water and not get sick. Solipsism, no matter how crazy it sounds, if it's true, it's true. You don't expect the truth to be something that is easy to believe, you know, to be something normal. Expect the truth to be something crazy, something unbelievable, something mind-bending. You know, you watch a movie with the plot twist. Look at reality that way. Like, it has the craziest plot twist ever. You watched movies like Shutter Island. Maybe that has nothing on reality. Maybe reality's plot twist is gonna be crazier than Shutter Island. Crazier than The Usual Suspect. If you watch the movie The Usual Suspect, there's a plot twist. Crazier than Gone Girl if you watch the movie Gone Girl. If you watch the movie Guy, it's gonna be crazier than that. Thank you guys for watching this video until the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me if you've enjoyed it in the comments. Tell me if you've watched the video until the end. Like the video. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Do not forget to share the video. Do not forget to promote what you believe in. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you all for supporting me and recognizing what I do. Thank you.